This film is brought to you by Gmodism Industries.
Well, hello, this is Gmodism, Gmod Nerdery channel, and I will comment my own gameplay of MechWarrior Online, which is a free-to-play game based on CryEngine. And well, it's a super cool game, you really must try it out. And a large disclaimer, I play with a joystick, it's called, and also a mouse for better aiming. I use both, but I have been playing with a joystick of MechWarrior games for 8 years, and I still suck at it. So you must excuse me for well, this first match I will kind of die, but I will be very heroic, you will see. As you notice, I make my commentary afterwards, because I have to be very focused when playing this game. I'm so bad at it. This is like very many things happen at the same time, and you see incoming missile and all the shit, and I'm like wasted, and now it's like, okay, fuck them, let's beat the shit out of this robot, and we will see how that gets. So we basically have, this is a Kentaurian, I think it's a medium mech. We have pulse lasers and SR4s, so we basically try to pop the shit out of that one, but we get overheated, and I don't care, and then heat limit exceeded shutdown, and now we're basically wasted. And you see, I got the spotting assist, that's all. Next match. Now we are sitting in a long-range medium mech. I think it's medium. Yes, it's a medium mech. I think it's a rather heavy medium. This is the Summoner, one of my favorites. One PPC, that's one. And we have a cannon. And we also got some missiles. So they are all long-range weapons, and you can see the range to the right of the guns. And now we have some other person that was commenting in the game. I did not know that you could have in-game commentary, but he is a very good player. He's so tactical and shit, and well, basically we have this little squadron here. We can see on the map that we are the green guys and the rest of the good guys are blue, but this is our squadron, which you can see in the top left of the corner. That's all our mechs in our little troop. So we all are long range, it seems, and we just send missiles with lock-on, and here you can see we destroy them. And here we can see also in the map thing, damage map, in the top right are our enemies, and look, excellent trajectory of the missiles, that was cool, like bam, right through. Anyways, it gets worse. Our damage is in the bottom left corner. You can see we are not damaged yet, but I promise we will be damaged very much. And I could tell you what's happening before it actually happens, but that's stupid because it's going to happen very soon. We basically stand here and lock on missiles. This is a part of the gameplay with MechWarrior Online. You got long-range missiles, and then you stand behind covers, wait for someone else to spot them, and on your system that everybody shares, you lock them on, and then you fire missiles, and like me, fail fire a cannon. And now he says something smart, which I which I do not remember what he said, but he said something about we must flank them and shit. Secure something, boys. Anyways, let's continue firing missile on that person. I think he's kind of dead soon. Like that. We are not getting low missiles, I'm just kidding. But the missiles are running out very fast. Also this... Oh, now we get him destroyed. That's nice.
Wow, they have a lot of shit there,
and
guys.
this is a very smart thing, to stay behind someone else. This is like A and O if you are a light mech. You must always stay behind a big mech. And
like
actually,
mechs right there, guys. Yeah, we need to flank around and get these guys.
we need to flank around them. Now he says that. Yes, so it was. Because to the left of the screen, like behind this building, there is a large amount of mechs, really large amounts of heavy mechs, which I will soon notice. And I kind of deserve to die, because this match I stay all in behind, take no fire. You can see I'm barely damaged, and I just fire my long-range weapons and stuff. But we get them destroyed, and I got a kill assist, which is quite good. Also, if you play like a light mech, you will probably not get many kills, but you will get spotting assist and kill assists, which is good enough. This match I also actually played a, now we can see the hit in the left of the screen, and here we have a whole squadron of enemy mechs just taking us on barefoot, and they're heavy and I'm, well, medium, so I can't take too much damage. But I did what I could, and it wasn't enough. Anyways, 1 kill and 2 kill assists. That's not too bad, because, well, as you probably guess, this is online. All are real persons. Next match. I love the starting sequence. Now we play one of the most light mechs that, well, is one of the fastest, lightest mechs. And this is when it's actually good to have a joystick to maneuver fast and running around, like you see. However, my aiming is quite crappy with joystick actually, so I use a mouse also for precision aiming when using long-range weapons. And there are all our weapons. We have some medium and some small lasers, and that's all there is. You can see this mech has a maximum range of 200 meters because well, longer distances the lasers don't do any much damage. That's just how it is. No, it's not logical, or, well, you could have perhaps whatever. Anyways, the lasers are visible beams, which is super logical, but I do love this game because this is a bit like the MechWarrior 4. MechWarrior 4 Mercenaries is one of my absolute favorite game. I have been wondering about if one should do a playthrough of it, but maybe that will be boring to watch. Anyways, it's a quite old game. You see that the mech in front of us actually got hit by a Gauss cannon. And that's basically a railgun that is a very a projectile that is traveling very fast. So you see this little blast that it did on him, but it actually does huge amounts of damage. And they're a bit difficult to fire because you have to load them up and then release them in the right second, but they do a lot of damage, have good precision and stuff. And now we are sneaking forward with our light mech and zoom in and all to watch, well, basically a bit of surveillance or spying maybe. And now we can see we have spotted some mechs in the corner and we're firing on them direct, so we directly get noticed. And now this big guy got after us, and this is when it's scary with a light mech, because you need to learn to run around. Anyways, you actually can outrun missiles, which is super cool with a light mech. That's basically the most awesome thing with using light mechs. You can just outrun them if you have a fast enough mech. And now we have another light mech which we feel we can take on and, well, attack. Anyways, when you have a light mech you don't have a lot of weapons, which mean you are not likely to get much kills, if not other light mechs, but heavier mechs are more likely to take those kills for you. But that's not the role of a light mech. A light mech is not a battling mech. A light mech is a scout mech, a support mech, and a, well, they are very good all around, and it's actually one of the best to have, these scouts, because if you don't get any mechs on the radar, no one knows where they are, and, well, that sucks. Then you can't lock on them with missiles and so. The light mech is actually the mech that is most hard to play, they say, but, well, assault mech, everybody is about as bad with assault mechs because you're so slow and you just fire all your weapons, and, well, it's a bit cool to have lots of weapons, but I feel it's quite boring. I say that the best to start with are lighter heavy mechs or heavier medium mechs, because then all maneuverability and heavy weapons, and you can always start as if you're new to this game, you can just go with assault, because everybody is about as bad with assault. I mean, you can only have limited skill, in my opinion, with assault, because that's basically not trying to get hit too much and like just fire all your weapons and not get overheated, the basics. But as you have limited moving speed, now we get really beat up, because this is a large mech we can't take on. They are called Mad Cat, but they in previous games then they changed name, so I don't know what it is, but to me it's a Mad Cat. Anyways, the reason to start with a lighter mech is so you can understand the maneuverability and the importance of maneuver. And now you can see someone has spotted us and we got a lock-on. And if we don't want to back to the other side of the map, we are basically going to get hit by missiles, which is not too nice. Well, anyways, this other guy before us, which seems to be a medium mech, I think? No, maybe a heavy. I don't really know. I only know the mechs of MechWarrior 4, which is a 2004 game, I think. Anyways, we just checked our stats a bit. It's going completely well, and I have survived quite a bit. So basically, the enemies are straight up front, so we try to sneak out and have a peek on them, and we can see it's a long-range map. Unfortunately, we do not have any long-range missiles or other weapons, so we basically try to outrun it.
Warning, incoming missile.
And we have these warnings of lock-on, and we just run and hope. Anyways, that was that. Now we are in a new scene, and we basically are spying on the mechs from behind, because we run around them. When we get this little surprise you saw, enemy mechs right down, and now we actually got this spotting assist thing, I think, so others can lock on them.
Destroyed.
And now we get obvious by firing. And now he noticed where we are, so we basically need to run for it now. Because that's a quite heavy mech, and we barely don't have any weapons, and now we have critical damage. Critical damage sucks, that means you're going to die soon. Fortunately, we can back down in this hole and just run for it, because he is slow as hell. But well, yeah, when you sit on a critical damage light mech, you get paranoid, I tell you. So we basically try to run the shit out of this, and using our jump jets. More proof of jump jets I will show you. Anyways, it seems that we have outrun him. He is not following anymore, and we live. You get a bonus if you survive the match, of course. Well, I think, I'm not sure. Well, can our jump jets jump over this huge distance? Like, of course they can.
0%.
There are heavier mechs with jump jets, but, well, they are not very effective. It's kind of stupid with those few heavy and assault mechs with jump jets. That's just silly, because they barely can jump. Anyways, that was the match. We tried to run after this last guy in the enemy team, but we didn't get there before the match was ending. And you can see here that we have our stats. We have 0 kills and 5 assists. 5 assists, it's quite good, I think. Well, I think we are not kind of super good, but anyways, it's good in my opinion. Well, you should absolutely try us out this game. Anyways, I will be seeing you in future videos, and thanks very much for watching. And well, thank my joystick also. It's been around for like 5 years or something, or more. Anyways, Gmodism out. Have a good day.